I'm Joe Holloran. Thanks for clicking on my video. You know, a lot of these election videos feature really elaborate dance routines or movie parodies, but then at the end of it you're left wondering, okay, but what do you actually stand for? So instead of doing all that, I thought I'll just stand here, talk to you directly and give you my 5 key points for why you should vote for me to be editor of the Courier for 2021. But first, a little bit about me. I'm currently a master's student here at Newcastle University studying media and journalism. I did my undergrad here as well as a combined honours student studying media, film and modern history. So what experience do I have? Well, I started writing for the Courier 4 years ago. My first article came out in the Halloween edition of 2016, if you can believe that. Since then, I've had over 120 articles published in the paper and online, and over the last 2 years, I have been one of the film sub-editors here for the Courier. I've written for sections including film, of course, TV, music, gaming, comment, news, sports, pretty much everything across the 4 years of being here. You can find my articles online on the Courier website by following the link below. So without further ado, here are my 5 promises to you if I become editor of the Courier. Number 1. I would like to set up an international news page in the paper. Currently we have news covering UK events and of course events going on around the campus, but Newcastle University is home to thousands of foreign students who come from all around the world. And there's stories going on in their countries too, which I'm sure they would like to talk about. So a new dedicated international news section will allow students from everywhere around the world to do just that. Number 2, you know, when I travel around this campus asking people what they think about the paper, a lot of them don't know much about it, don't read it, and don't feel involved in it, which is kind of bad because this is a paper that's supposed to represent all of us here at the university. So my second pledge is to set up a Your Voices page. This will be a place for students of all types, all walks of life, to come together and share their stories, whether they are LGBTQA+, neurodiverse, disabled, of a different political persuasion. Whatever it is that makes you feel like your voice is marginalised, I want to give you a place where you can express yourself, because you are students too, and your voice deserves just as much place as anybody else. Number 3. Part of my plan as editor of the Courier is to massively expand MUTV, and part of this includes brand new live coverage of major sporting and society events throughout the university. This is including pre- and post-match coverage, build-up, analysis, live reports streaming online, and live coverage streaming on YouTube and our Facebook page. Number 4, we have a fantastic radio station here at the Newcastle University, NSR, the Newcastle Student Radio Service. This station has tons of fantastic content, shows running all the time, but unfortunately, barely anybody listens to it. So what I want to do is transfer these radio shows as podcasts, give them a dedicated place online and advertise them throughout the uni, playing them on university radio station, in common rooms, throughout the campus. These podcasts will then be uploaded to a new dedicated website where they'll be advertised just like any other podcast would. And hopefully this will encourage more students and non-students to listen to your fantastic work on NSR. Number 5. Lastly, I want to talk about what I'm most excited about. I did my undergraduate studies here at Newcastle University in media, and one of the things that was kind of disappointing was the lack of practical skills that we learned. So what I would like to do is set up weekly workshops open to any student, no matter what course they are, undergrad, postgraduate, whatever, where they can come along and learn new and professional quality media skills. Staff in the media and culture departments have already talked to me about this, and they are excited to help set up these professional standard training sessions. Because if you feature on MUTV, you write for the Courier, you have a podcast on NSR, that's fantastic. But when you leave university, you want to have a portfolio with you if these are the areas you want to go into. You want to be able to say to a potential employer, here's my articles I wrote for the Courier, here are my podcasts I did for NSR, and here are the TV shows I featured on MUTV. But you also want to say, hey, I know how to use Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, InDesign. So these are my ideas, these are the things I would like to achieve, but this is your paper. This is a paper for all students. So I want to know, what do you want? What would you like to see out of your paper, out of your radio station, out of your brand new expanded TV section? What would you like? I want to hear your opinions and your comments. To share with me your ideas is easy. Just find me on Facebook, comment, and I will answer every single query you have. So remember, voting opens March 16th at 12 AM and closes Thursday, March 19th at the same time. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the campaign trail.